partner in business with our customers is something we have to be, because without a partnership, there really isn't any business for us particularly. The customer has other wholesalers they can go to, so we have to earn that partnership. It's just automatic, and that means you have to have all products that people want, you have to deliver them on time, and the quality has to be good. You just get it all with one call.
It's all about us serving the customer and them depending on us, and what is that? It's a partnership.
Olympia and Copperfield have always been partners with their customers before they were smart enough to come up with a tagline, because we were both as companies successful from the word go, so we must have been partners. Focusing on quality is easily thought to be just the quality of goods, but quality entails every touch point with a customer or with your partner. You know, the phone answering, the order taking, the speed of delivery, the completeness of delivery. All of this is quality from the delivery point of view. And of course, then on the manufacturing point of view, you have the quality of the product. It has to be as you advertise, as you want. Components have to fit. All the doodads have to be perfect. So, but it's everything, and what I like to think of is how it's more than just fit and finish. It's everything, every touch point is quality.
When I think about quality, naturally as a chimney sweep, that was a huge thing for me. Every time you show the customer a product, you want to show quality, you want to explain, hey, this venting pipe does not leak because of a welded seam, for instance. Never forget when we had to make a decision when we started making components, what kind of seam are we going to have in our pipe? You had the choices. You had the lock form seam, you had a lap weld seam, or you had the butt weld seam. And obviously the most expensive way of manufacturing, yes, it was the butt weld seam, but that was the best quality. So I remember my partner and I just looked at it and said, well, we know where we got to go, and we don't even want to start with the lock form or the lap weld. So we went with the butt weld, and that just meant huge. It was huge on everything when it came to tees, when it came to rigid pipe, when it came to components that fit together smoothly. It all had to do with that butt weld seam. So we found a way. Obviously, when you start with that quality, it resonates throughout the whole company.
My best advice was simply something that was rattling around in my head. I don't necessarily even remember where I first heard it, was that success comes from making your customer a success. If you can provide something that provides success to your customer, then that's how you get success. And unfortunately, everybody doesn't look at it that way. They look at, well, what can I extract from that customer? No, you give that customer something that they adore, and then you get the most that way. So somewhere somebody had taught me that, and I tried to make that the guiding light. And that was, rolling around when I started sweeping chimneys. But then as I got into wholesaling, then that became even more perfect. The more advice that I could give our customers, our wholesale customers, the sweeps of America, how to use the products we were selling, how to sell themselves in the marketplace so that they succeeded, then I was just teaching them to be successful, which made us successful. It was great. It was like, you're not even working.
One of the biggest keys to providing, obviously, the best customer service is really go by the one major rule that we always talked about, and that is the golden rule. Treat others as you'd want them to treat yourself. So I remember this one story where this customer calls us. He's 2.5 hours away. He's in New York. He's a good customer. But what happened was the trucking outfit was really hurting us as far as getting a very important delivery to him. And it was like 3 chimney liners that he needed for this particular job. And we tried to work it out through the trucking because it was far away. We could not work it out any which way. We were very disappointed with the trucking outfit. So, well, what would I want? Well, the only thing I could do, put it on the truck and take it out to him. So that's exactly what I did. I got the truck. I loaned it because I didn't have my truck that day. I put him on the roofs. We roped it all down, and I drove personally out to him. He was so impressed with that. We still talk about it to this day. But this isn't a small example of how you have to, treat your customers. You'd want them to be treated just the way you'd want to be treated. So I knew I would be happy with that. And then he was able to do his job. So that's kind of the basis. If you put customers in front of your own interests, it's a huge way to win business.
I'm excited about Copperfield partnering with Olympia because it just is natural, and it was just selfishly my long-term desire that the two companies would work in harmony. So it was just the answer to my prayers to have Olympia coming along and wanting to merge with Copperfield. Going forward, I think both Will and I just simply see continuation of manufacturing better products, more products, and wholesaling more products, all the products being shipped on time and complete from the proper warehouse, all of these things that we have as goals for the company, just achieving those. But we can't really tell where it's going to go because so many things get innovated. Remember, back in 1978, when Copperfield as a wholesaler started, all really sweeps were doing was installing chimney caps and maybe a damper and sweeping the chimney and selling some chimney deodorant or something like that. And now, who would have thought? Relining hadn't even been invented. If you'd asked me when I started, when I'd been sweeping chimneys for a year, about relining a chimney, I'd have been, what? Well, most, no. Really? And then we found out that, chimneys needed to be relined, and the chim scan was invented, and you could get an x-ray or you could get a TV look inside the chimney and find out how bad it was. And then a whole world of things opened up for chimney professionals to do, which was to put in new liners. And the thing that, as I think about it, as I listen to myself talk here, we all see that the prefab chimneys that have been put in all over America rather than brick chimneys in the last 30 years, they're all going to start rusting out, and they've already started rusting out. So everybody involved in the chimney, the in-home chimney business is going to just be doing tons of those things, in 8, 10, 5, 1 year. And beyond that, we don't know. All we know is that we'll be able to supply those things, and we've set the standards for doing it properly, and that makes the partnership so great. It's awesome.
I am personally so excited. It's a dream of mine, actually, but here's a couple of reasons why. To partner up with knowledge from so long ago. They've been doing a great job at this a lot longer than we've been even existing. So now to partner up with that knowledge and their vendors and their products, we always wanted to carry the products Copperfield did. Well, how do you keep merging into those products? Well, one great way is just to join forces and merge. And yes, to do that, it takes a little time to get it all done properly and to be true, good partners for everyone. But bottom line is to have now all these products and to have this step of knowledge that's just huge. I see a beautiful future. And that way we could be that real partner that supplies product fast, quality, naturally have the selection that our customers want, have just the right gadget that our customers want to do the job properly. To do it together is the only way we could have ever got there, really. We couldn't do it on our own. So it's very exciting.